Yes.
Okay. Oh, a little bit of communication breakdown. Well, anyway, man, when there's a will, and I have one written out, there's a way. I'm so glad, I can never say it enough, I'm so glad that you saw the light that I left on in the garden for you to follow your way back here. This is the place where the past is the present, and we can catch that magic carpet ride to musical enlightenment. Or so I say. Anyway, with that, I welcome you back to the return to the Perfumed Gardens with the gatekeeper himself and the keymaster, Rik Strange.
Yay!
Okay, that's better. I needed a little bit of plus instead of so much minus. Okay, today's tune-encrusted casserole, it's kind of like the breadcrumbs, the panko chips you put on top of your macaroni and cheese when you bake it up. Whew, that's a little throwback to when we used to have our Canadian buddy, Shadow Man, cooking for us. Miss you, buddy. Okay, what we're going to start with is a duo from Nashville, and don't panic, in the year 2008. What they're called is the Magic Wand. Hey, we're not going to go there, okay, girls? We're not going to go there. All right, and it consists of two people, and an occasional third one who would drop in once in a while for accoutrement workouts. His name is Dexy, D-E-X-Y, and her name is Chris, and they met somewhere along the line and they got married, and their last name is Valentine, and they played keyboards and guitars and etc. Duh. Okay, now you may ask, what kind of sound did they generate? Well, it's called dream pop. All right, now hang on. Here goes the explanation. It's a little bit educational time here. It's a musical subgenre, one of them little things where you do the tree and you block out all this, and starts with the blues and then it goes to this and this and that. But anyway, it's a combination of alternative rock and neo-psych, and it's loaded with this really dense production that puts atmospheric sonic soundscapes, including the following, breathy vocals, and heavy usage of effects, as in lots of reverb, lots of echo, tremolo, and choruses. It's chock full of goodies. Well, now that's everything but the kitchen sink, I'd say. So let's peruse the cut called Aloha Moon, from the LP of the same name, Aloha Moon. Get ready for something completely different from me. Like now, babies.
Pieces
digging that background. I'll tell you about that later. First, let's just look at the cover. This is the cover, and it's a gatefold. And I don't know, it's okay. It's, you know, it's what it is. Before we talk about the record, let's drag this out. There's a 2-record set, and wow, wowzers. This is kind of like an EP on this disc, but it plays a 33 and a Thoid, and slide that back in there. And then there's another one, but it's just black, and it plays the whole album. This is on the Bright Antenna label. Now, here's the deal. This ain't no regular guitar band that's fuzzed out psycha, you know? Duh, if you heard that. I know I might be going out on a limb here, but these cats are a direct descendant from the whole sound that was booming in the 80s of dream pop, and the Cocteau Twins come to mind, if you're familiar with that whole scene. It was like late 80s, early 90s, and they were considered a founding piece to that sound. Good example, and I got to tell you this, is dial up the LP called Heaven or Las Vegas by them, and you'll see what I mean. What's interesting here with this sound, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Well, maybe you don't think so, but I do. It's kind of a murky, swirly, lack of oxygen kind of a buzz. You know, I relate it to my retired dentist. I love the guy. I know he's out there somewhere. And I will not mention his name. But when I used to go in there to get any work done, he'd drag out this big old tank of nitrous. And he had no problem with cranking it up, and I'd be, and it's where your eyeballs get sucked back into your head. That's the kind of buzz this record does. Or that pop sound that they germinated along with the Cocteau Twins and a few other bands. Anyway, wow, am I drifting? I think I just took a big hit of that stuff. Whew. Well, anyway, you know, here's the deal. I mean, the Magic One, they do change the pace on this album, and they throw in a little bit of fuzzy guitar with some heavy bass, and, you know, it jumps around a bit, but it's still that, you know, murky, swirly thingy-dingy. You know, well, you know, hey, you dialed into the Gardens for some knowledge and diversity, so there you go. And a quick sidebar here, I got this for nothing. I worked on some jobs for a company that rented a space out to a company that was a record label called Bright Antenna, and I believe they're still around, but I think they're in Sacramento now. And these guys were on the label with a bunch of other ones, and when they got tossed because they couldn't pay the rent, they left lots of records. And this was one of them that I kept, and there's another one, but we won't even talk about that. Anyway, there you go, for your diversity. Okay, next we jam up the gears with the first LP from a band that I don't think gets enough respect for their earlier stuff, and it's Mata Hoople, and it's from 1969. And this one's sure to get those corpuscles moving. The tuner is called Rock and Roll Queen, and it's a hammer down rocker. So turn it up to 11, and I'll jump behind the wheel. Spinning eyes, spinning eyes, spinning eyes. what I was getting into when I bought this this band, this first LP. This is it. This one, you know, this one gets a lot of turntable time off and on at my place. I really like it. It's got the Eicher artistically whacked out cover, and it's on that Atlantic label. Atlantic label. So let's just talk a little bit about them. You know about the latter day, but anyway, these cats came from Herefordshire, England. But you know, they sort of were a bar bandy kind of a thing, and you know, they were just struggling, but they were able to get signed up. They gained a lot of notoriety in their area and then in England in general. Mostly, I find this record slowly being neglected on the world vinyl. People don't talk about it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a little convoluted here because I have way too much of that caffeinated stuff this morning, and my spine is doing this. Anyway, like, man, I hear about the next few efforts that these cats did. One of their tunes that comes to mind off of their, I think it was their second album, was Walking with a Mountain. It's a cool tune. It got kind of more of a crunch to it. And then everybody knows about All the Young Dudes, and you know, for on to there was a couple more albums, and then they just sort of disintegrated. I have to say, what you really got to do on this record is just tune into the Ian Hunter, you know, vocals. The record is driven by his vocals and by the organ and guitar work. It's kind of heavy-handed. It's got a lot of ballads on it, more or less. I guess you would call them ballads. They're longer pieces on the second side. The first side is more of a slower pace thing with you know, short tunes. One of them that I really like is called At the Crossroads, and they do this. It's a tune by Doug Sham, and you know, he was a Tex-Mex guy. You know, Mendocino was his big hit, but he's still around, by the way. But one of the tune that I really like off this record, besides that one, is a Sonny Bono lament called Laugh at Me. In fact, you know what? I am going to go ahead and play you another little snippet, and then we'll be right back.
Why do they have to make me run? What do they care about the clothes that I wear? What do they get from making fun? Well, they got a lot of space, but if you don't like my face, it ain't me who's going anywhere. 'Cause I don't care. Let 'em laugh at me. If that's so bad, well, then I don't have to care to be brave until they laugh at me. And I'll cry for you.
No, back at the old game here. Anyway, you know, you can just see this is Ian Hunter's really got powerful lyrics, a voice. He's got really great tonal qualities. I like it a lot. He gets above the band. It might have been in the mix, but I mean, you know, he just does that. You know, that particular tune, and then At the Crossroads, is what put the hook in me for this particular LP. This LP laid the road for these bangers and beans for their follow-up LPs. And I'd say if you see it, take a chance, or maybe not. But for one, it's a gas, man. It's a real gas. I love it. And now, this. Oh! There goes the power again. Miss Nancy, could you see if the light switch has been triple-lated? Oh, there we go. PG&E. Thank you very much. Your timing is impeccable. Woohoo! Anyway. There's always a sidebar here. Our next guests need no intro, as they're a favorite round the gardens at our abode. I speak of the band called Spirit. For me, I loves the original conflagration of the band. You know, their first 4 LPs are knockouts, and then I know I had spake of their other LP.
Spoken.
Yeah, that one too. They did the soundtrack for I forget the name of it, but anyway, it morphed into Clear, the album Clear. Nonetheless, that stuff is great, and everybody knows about Dr. Sardonicus. So, you know, anyway, after that group ended, there was a massed onslaught of LPs from Randy California and Ed Cassidy, to be sure. I mean, those guys just, you know, put a bunch of other people together and they did lots of records. A lot of them high points were very far and few between. A lot of them low points were very much so. Anyway, they never reached the heights of their previous self, but there was lots of musical merit on all these LPs. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this live pizza from a 3-piece combo at the time in '78 called, what else? Live Spirit. I'm needle dropping you into Rock and Roll Planet, and we'll sort things out upon your returning to my person. Call me Spanky. Woo! Not a bad way to start the LP, I'd say. Let's take a gander. We got a headshot of Ed Cassidy. And the backside is a Randolph. And then the bass player here is Larry Fuzz Knight. Fuzzy Knight? I had a few of them. This particular record was recorded when they were on tour in London and the States in late 1977. There's a bit of heavy overdubbing back in the studio to flesh the sound out, though. It's pretty obvious when you listen to this record, because you're getting multiple layered guitar work, and you know, I don't know. I did see a version of these guys. Oh man, it had to. remember going to the band show in Golden Gate Park, and it had to have been in 92, maybe 93. It was good. It was a free concert, beautiful day. It was really cool. Anyway, let's see, what are we going to talk about here? That band was, I told you, the three guys. Lastly, lastly, wait, I'm sort of drifting here. Oh Lord, too much nitrous over the years. I know what I was going to say. It's a good LP, but sometimes a bit, I'm going to be kind here, underwhelming is a word I want to use. It's still spirit in heart. The best part is about this record, it's uno cheapo. A couple of shillings in a crate near you. There's also a lot of their hits are on here. No question about it. They do a really good version of Nature's Way on here, and Animal Zoo in 1984. All the Same, which is one of their earlier tunes I liked a lot, and of course I Got a Line on You. Why would they not play that? Well, they would always play that. Unfortunately, Randy California left us in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. He drowned in Hawaii. I believe he was trying to save his son from the undertow of a wave or something. His son lived, and he unfortunately didn't. But, there you go. Randy will always have a special place in the Guitar Museum of Greatness. I mean, he's right in there. And like I say, getting into some happier times. This record's cheap. If you find it, it's worth it. I think I paid $2 for it. Can't beat that. So, let's see now. Let's see what I want to talk about. Oh, I know. I'm going to do a shout out, which, oh Lord, I wish there was some other way to put it. We're just going to say a howdy doody to our fellow traveler, Stoner. Hey, Stone.
Hey, Stone.
How you doing, pal? If it's one thing that this cat knows, it's the blues, baby. Woohoo! Watch any of his shows, and you're always going to see at least a half a dozen either CDs or LPs that circulate around the blues, baby, and it is worth it. Don't hesitate to binge on his channel sometimes, and he's going to inform you a lot. I learned a bunch about the blues from that guy.
It's Stoner's Stash Box.
That's right. And if I knew how to put a link down below, I would. But just Google or YouTuber Stoner Stash Box, and you, my friend, will not, and my friends, I should say, because I've got so many. Check them out. Anyway, we visited with this, let's get to the record. We visited with this Chicago born and bred keyboardist before, and his name is Barry Goldberg. Now, the thing about Barry Goldberg, after he had formed with Michael Bloomfield, the Electric Flag, which we don't even need to go there because I'm going to rant and rave about how great they are. After he left them, and the band kind of just sort of drifted off, he never ceased to surround himself with, knock out out-of-side players and churn out the records. And I gotta tell you, all in all, his stuff is still pretty hot. The people he gets into is just unbelievable. This LP that I'm gonna play for you is called Barry Goldberg and Friends. Well, how original is that? Let's just get on with a scorcher called Sweet Home Chicago. You'll know the tune right away, but it's their interpretation, and this one is a live cut. So turn it up and get turned on, baby. it goes. I'm telling you, that particular particulate of a friend on guitar for that song is none other than Mr. Overdrive himself, Harvey Mandel. Okay, here's the record. Harvey plays on side 1, and guess who plays on side 2? Well, it's none other than Mike Bloomfield. Well, obviously 2 different kind of interpretations of blues guitar, but still, wowzers. Now, a little throwback on this here. I've seen 2 different release dates on this LP. One is from '69 and one is from '72. I don't know. It could be '72. Who knows? Why do I care? Anyway, it's live side 1 and side 2. It's all studio. Harvey plays like, wow, some overdriven madman. He knows, you know, he just goes for that high volume, over the top, loud, baby, and I'm digging it. I think I might have said this before, but I saw Harvey play at a bar in Berkeley. Oh, wow.
91.
Yeah, 91. Well, it very well could have been. It was called Brennan's Bar, and boy, they made really good Irish coffee if you like that. Wait, I'm drifting. Anyway, but he's like about this tall, and his stack was this tall, and whew, yeah. Anyway, side 2 has got Mike Field doing that voodoo slow burn guitar that he's so cool at. Starts right off with it, and this is a worthy LP. And guess what? It's another one, and it's a super discount. Discount. That's what we're looking for out there. A really swinging add-on to my blues catalog in Crateville. Well, there you go, Stoner. There's the blues just for yous. Ow! Hope you're doing well, pal. And with that comes that old friendly bumpity, the background accompanier. It's the first LP released on the Apple label in 1968. It's Wonderwall by George Harrison. It's the film score to the same flicker called Wonderwall, which is really a psychedelic marvel. I should bring it sometime and throw it on the tube behind me. It's a great film. It's just whacked, typical English. Not that that's a bad thing, but English humor and English play on the psychedelic thing. It's good. It's a good one. If you ain't seen it, you should, and get some type of knowledge to ingest just to watch it. Oh, crazy cool video. Anyway, so before we part, I am working on a really shift in time and space for our next meeting. Now, I don't normally give you a heads up, but I'm telling you, beware. Remember I said that this year we be taking some off-the-rails musical trips? Oh, you can't see my eyebrows. They're going up and down. Musical trips from time to time, and I'm going to be dusting off a bunch of stuff that I forgot that I had, which is very possible that many of us don't remember what we got. So, beware, gardeners. I'm just giving you a heads up. As always, thanks for sharing your time with us here in the gardens. Always appreciate you around here. I've been getting more subs. I got a couple in the last week or so. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to me. I mean, it's a great thing that they're out there. You are out there paying attention. So don't hesitate to drop a line or a comment. I mean, leave some comments once in a while. And they're not the same. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad that the regulars aren't dropping a line, because I like your criticism or your 2 cents. It doesn't matter. It's all good to me. I'm just glad you're out there talking. So come Come on, folks, get out there and say something, and don't troll me. Oh, stay the course. No matter what is coming at you, and baby, everything is flying at you when you step out that door. So, all I can really say that really matters, and you got to keep the faith with this one, it's peace, love, and flowers. That's it, bottom line. So, till the twain shall meet, remember, we are all one and always shall be. I love you. Stay the course. Until the next time, peace.